Ovarian cancer is diagnosed at very advanced stages. At start, patients respond to therapy, but very quickly they can relapse. And understanding this evolution at recurrence, it's really key. So our project will aim to understand the immune evolution over time and define these patterns that we have already pre-identified and understand the mechanisms of these patterns that then enable immunotherapy for hopefully most of the ovarian cancer patients. If the project succeeds, there are three main outcomes for the patients. The first one is to understand why at recurrence some patients remain immunologically active and could therefore benefit from immunotherapy, while tumors from other patients do not. The second outcome is that we will find biomarkers that can help clinicians make a decision on surgical and treatment solution. And third, we will understand the problems of the immune system failing to control the tumor at recurrence and therefore enable immunotherapy or immunotherapy combination with other therapies for those patients.
I am one of the technical specialists of Denarda Dangaj's team. My role is to generate high-resolution spatial data using advanced technologies such as spatial transcriptomics and spatial proteomics. This allows us to study gene and protein activity across the different cells in the tumor ecosystem and to see how they are organized and how they react over time. We hope to understand and to identify a biomarker and mechanism that will help to guide clinical decision and also to contribute to more effective treatment.
During my undergraduate studies in Greece, I became fascinated by the differences tumors that have immune cells had with those that did not have immune cells infiltrated. I pursued this path during my graduate studies at the University of Pennsylvania and later on here in Lausanne during our independent research. We pursued this continuous path to work with ovarian cancer because it represents a severe disease and it has an unmet clinical need. And we are building this project on prior competitive funding, but also work that allowed us to build together the cohorts, the pipelines to now be able to do the project. This funding from the ISREC Foundation is extremely timely and important. Many granting schemes require a very tight, predefined hypothesis from the start. In our situation, dealing with ovarian cancer, that becomes quite difficult because the recurrent disease becomes only visible when we study tumor tissue at scale and we can apply cutting-edge technologies that exist at the moment. Furthermore, the grant will enable us to continue collaborating with clinical partners, both locally and internationally. And last, it will enable us to have the second generation of our trainees enter the field and excel in their research projects. The feedback that I could provide to the next generation of scientists is to keep their passion alive through their work in science, pursue questions that are very meaningful to them, and remind themselves why they entered in the field to start with, because I think that brings in the passion and the courage and the resilience to go through potentially difficult phases in their career.